Hello, welcome to JIBRIN Angle on Owoleke TV. My name is JIBRIN, and this is my angle. Rufai blasts Reuben Abati and his team. That is just the reality. And that is what I will be talking about. But before then, let me play the video for you. I think the video will be we lay the foundation for what I'm going to talk about.
Good one that the president has finally acceded to speaking, to have a media chat, have a conversation around the state of the nation, the state of the economy. What's your take on this?
So, tell Dr. Abati, when you see him, that the president calling him Ruby on media chat has implications. And tell him that he knows how to do the needful.
I shall pass the message.
I'm not sure he's here, but just let him know.
I shall pass it on.
And Merry Christmas to him.
In advance.
Yeah, before I continue, so I don't forget. This I don't know if you people notice what happened here. What Rufai literally criticized Reuben Abati. And he's going to be raining serious criticism on not just Reuben Abati, but on his team, an entire team, the presidential media team. And you see, you just notice what he just mentioned here is noteworthy, actually. That the president actually called Reuben Abati by a kind of pet name, Ruby, abbreviating his name, or I think abbreviated his name, or thereabout, which I think he meant there's something, I think, and I'm very sure Reuben is a smart, intelligent man. Reuben actually got the message. That's just the truth, because if he said the president called him Ruby, a kind of pet name,
yes, it's a welcome development, but that's a problem in itself. That it took the president 18 months to be able to talk to Nigerians when he had two policies that destroyed the prospect of Nigerians. And after that media chat, I'm more scared for Nigeria. President Tinubu fell my hand 100%. Not a total grasp of the issues. He was asked about the subsidy removal. You know what he said? He said there was no way to do it. He forgot that the NNPC pays subsidy up to the start of this year. He forgot that his advisors told him, don't remove subsidy on the very inauguration day. He said it afterwards, but he forgot that. He forgot that they didn't plan for the attendant inflation that was going to come after subsidy removal and the devaluation of the currency. In fact, the question on the devaluation of the currency, he didn't even answer it. He broached over many questions. When he was asked how is he going to bring down inflation, he said agriculture. We are going to improve production. He forgot that a couple of months ago, he told us he's going to cultivate 10 million hectares. What has happened? The other day, as at August, when the harvest period was coming in, that we had some reprieve in agriculture, they said, oh, things were already getting better. Today, food prices at an all-time high again. So he forgot all the things. And he's saying that we're going to give soft agricultural loans and everything. How are you going to do that? We're saying policy statements. As a policy direction must come for the president. The president is the engine room that permeates what he wants to his followers. That's the ministers. We didn't see a lot of that. They're saying agricultural loans. How are you going to give them? What are you going to do? The import waiver program that you said you were going to select a few companies, it wasn't a success. Nobody could implement that. Till today, we didn't even get to the end of that matter. Then the total economy, you say borrow is not a bad thing. Yes, it's not a bad thing, but have we seen what you borrowed the money with? Have you seen the borrowed money? Have you seen what you've been able to do
with
for
infrastructure?
Where's the infrastructure? Only coastal road. Mr. Amai said 15 trillion will do all the pre-existing roads. Has the pre-existing roads been done? Didn't we have to have all over the coastal road? Was that priority? So where's the infrastructure now? Is it the same budget? Last budget cycle that was padded? So where's the infrastructure? Then let's go one step further. I thought this was going to be a time for him to be able to sell the tax reform bills. But he didn't sell. He said, okay, I'm going to look at it, make concessions and everything. I thought this was the time he was going to sell the benefits of the tax reform bill. He was low on that. When he was asked a question about the military, yes, it was a good one to say, okay, I have confidence in the military. But also, you must be able to say that we're going to have a level playing field also of integrity and accountability. The military has been getting a lot in budgetary allocations. In this budget cycle, you're going to get about 4.9 trillion. Don't we expect things to have improved? He said they will not probe the military. So people that die in Okwama will die in vain, Abi. Do you know that some people are still picked up in Okwama and being tortured? And you say we are not going to probe the military? The Okwama scenario, uncle. So those ones should go and die. President Tinubu also talked about the sharing of palliatives. Yes, I know he commiserated with people, but we have a general malaise and a general cultural ineptitude as regards it. He was saying that they shared palliative with Bodilon. And nothing of such happened. President Tinubu, with due respect, that's not true. I've passed through Bodilon on nights where they share palliative. People are on the road. If a car loses control, we hit those people. It's not as well coordinated too. So we have a general malaise of crowd control. Most people just sip onto the road. I understand the fact that he needs to show hope and everything. It's good. It was in good form yesterday. But for me, like I say, hope is not an empirical proposition. We want to be able to see targeted outcomes. And when he said they should show us one minister that's not working, President, with due respect, this is the answer to the question. What has happened to the marine minister? Have we seen anything? I know he's have relations to you. What has happened to the power minister? Band A today has totally collapsed. You don't think Band A don't even get lights. You get lights. And Band A, so the minister just talks from today to Kutu Winji. Apart from few ministers we can mention, in fact, he himself contradicted himself when he was saying that, I won't cut the cabinet. But you are talking about cutting cost of government, and you're saying you're sticking with the cabinet, where a lot of people are moribund there. There are some ministers you don't even know their names. I was in a parley one day where somebody in the information sector was saying, no, we don't even know what some of these ministers are doing.
All right.
And you were talking that we can make more from solid minerals, but you are saying we can do more. Why has Mr. Alake brought the money in? So there are numerous things we should be able to.
All right. I hope you got all that. Now, you see, one thing I hope you noticed, he forgot. That phrase, he forgot. Everywhere, all the places he mentioned that he forgot, and all the places he asked questions, he was asking the president questions, are actually the areas where are direct repudiation of Reuben Abati and his team. The first presidential media chat, for God's sake, they blew it up. Such media chat, the first ever of President Bola Tinubu, could have been a firebrand, but it could have been all blazing with so many things to talk about to attack President Tinubu on. So many things. He's everything about President Tinubu and his policies and his economy has been a disaster. That it could have been the ground was so fertile. The ground was and is so fertile for very, very aggressive questions and aggressive follow-up questions. But what did we get? It was just an extremely boring. The only person that was lively on that day was the president himself. Just like Reuben, everybody noticed it. Me, honestly, Tinubu overperformed on that media chat. He overperformed. I didn't expect that. He was looking fresh, looking robust, looking, and he was cognitively alert. I didn't expect that from him because I thought that man has deteriorated. His mental alertness or cognitive ability has diminished. I didn't know it. It still sounded smart. All the questions he asked, I gave responses, direct responses to the questions. Even though the questions are not brilliant, the answers are were not brilliant. The answers were not forthcoming. The answers were just talking points, no substance. But the reality is, he overperformed. That was the truth, based on what I had in mind for him, and that is just it. But that's not about him. It's about the journalists, all the Reuben Abati and his team. I don't understand why. Anyway, just like we said, when he started, Rufai started. He started by attacking Reuben, and And I'm very sure Reuben understood that. He was, he did it with humor, but it was a reality of attack. Not just a reality. That's just it. A sort of where he said that the president called him a pet name, Ruby Ruby, that I've forgotten how he put it, that Agbati knew what he was supposed to do, sort of. Which to me, I don't believe. Which in fact, I talked about this with Barrister Manta on my show on Saturday. Unfortunately, the show hasn't come out because I have issues with the video, sort of. So I don't believe that this, because that's the way they behaved. They didn't behave like real senior journalists. All of them on that team. They really behaved as people who have not just collected brown envelope. They handed to them, Ghana must go. Because I don't understand. You ask questions, there are no strong questions. When they are even when they were asking these questions, they were asking these questions with a kind of an aura of intimidation. They felt intimidated. They felt broke. They were because I don't see Reuben Abati as someone that can be intimidated at the presence of a president. Excuse me, because he had been around a president before, a spokesperson to President Jonathan. So being around or being with a president shouldn't be a new thing to him. I don't get it. The Reuben Abati that I say always on Arise TV that is always attacking everybody, being aggressive. Even the Tinubu himself said he has attacked Tinubu even on set. Huh? Attacked everybody, left, right, and said he's been aggressive. But now he was confronted face to face with the president himself. Yet he had nothing serious to talk about. And even the questions he asked, no follow-up question. The moment they ask a question and the president just tell lies, just responded with lies and talking points and theories. No pushback. None of them. There was no pushback. And that's exactly what Rufai was talking about. That is where he mentioned he forgot. That the president forgot when they were all the places, all the areas where Rufai mentioned he forgot. That was, like I said, he was really rebuking his colleagues, especially Reuben Abati. That is just the reality. It is so sad. That's the kind of journalists we have in Nigeria today. It's so sad. It's so sad. That's just it. I've never ever viewed Reuben Abati as a principal journalist right from when he was with Guardian newspaper, and I think I was watching one of, not his, it wasn't his show per se. It was Pat Utomi's show. I think Patito's Gang. I think it was a late night show. Then that was when his views. Then that guy is just a liberal hack. It's so sad, honestly. Someone like him definitely will be all those kind of dirty journalists. Just give them money and they'll switch sides and say what you want them to say, and that's just the unfortunate thing. So, Rufai, I wish we talked about this with Barrister Manta. Both of us agree that if Rufai had been on that, and that's why they didn't put him on that team. I don't even know why. Honestly, okay, why would I say I don't even know why they didn't put him there? This is the real thing. This is the reason why they didn't put him on that team. Because Rufai he's a very combative person when it comes to, even some guests on his show has been combative to them. Just in fact, like I was telling Barrister Manta on my show, I said, look, there is one journalist that I respect, so I love and I respect so much, more than I consider him as the best, my own best though. What's his name on Channels TV? Sheung Akinbaloye. I love that guy. That guy, whoever comes on, whoever he confronts, the guy is no one. He's never intimidated. He's never. Nobody's presence intimidates him. He asks the right questions. He goes above and beyond to actually ask a real germane question. Rufai does it too. I think he's trying when it comes to you should really hitting people with the right questions. He's aggressive with his questions too. I think this just as Rufai his own is I think he's a liberal journalist as well. And usually liberal journalists I don't have love lost for any journalist that is a liberal journalist. Again, the liberal journalist, some of you think you may not understand what I mean, but it's a topic for another day. I think I've dealt extensively. I have criticized Rufai, criticized Reuben as in the past in a very broad manner on their liberalism as journalists. But apart from that, when it comes to real interview, really being aggressive with guests, Rufai does it too. But Shenwu Akingbaloye is my best, and that is just it. Back to my point is, honestly, that presidential media chat wasn't a presidential media chat. It was just a dinner, a media dinner with the president, not media chat. It was a media dinner. That's just the reality. I bet you they must have given I know for them to behave that way. They handed them not brown envelope, but this time around Ghana must go before that interview, because that interview was just everywhere. Just look, the 6 of them, is it 6 or 8 of them? They were just carried away by the aura of the presidency or the president himself. For God's sake, they were just lost in the whole thing. They forgot completely that they were there were actually there on behalf of the people to checkmate, to actually ask aggressive questions. Ask the president aggressive questions. They forgot completely. They were just staring at the president with awe, serious awe, with a kind of the reverend. It was just, I was just watching their countenance. They were just lost completely. I don't get it. Those guys, they just, all of them, the presence of the president, just they got, but not people, not someone like Reuben again. Someone like Reuben. Didn't expect that from him, and he came out and started praising the president on air, how he performed and how he answered the questions or whatever. So anyway, that is my take on that. What do you think about it? Send your message at the message at the comment section, and let's dialogue. Let's talk about it. But again, all I've said, I'm unapologetic about it. That is just the reality, and that's my take, and this is my angle.